today. From Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's the NFC.
First of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way you press the hole, absolutely perfect.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
Complete to Hilton. So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down.
On the option to give to Swift here. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Hurts.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. To throw on 2nd and 10.
Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Flushed out right. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
He's got it to Hilton.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Hurts. And, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Eluding the pressure. It's picked up. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game.
The former MVP in his 12th season leading them out. He's got more rushing touchdowns than any quarterback in NFL history. Cam Newton.
It wasn't really his best performance of the year in the wild card round last week. He just had the one touchdown pass, but he got the job done and his team advanced. For them to continue on to the championship round, though, he's going to need to take a few more chances with the ball downfield, push it a little bit more, and make sure his team finds its way into the end zone a few more times.
Here's Newton now on second down. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Newton to throw.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A first down carry for Barkley. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Now Newton on first down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Throwing is Newton. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line. Here's Newton. Looking for his receiver, Sharp, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the former Giant, James Bradbury.
The 40. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Here's Newton. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw, Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Campbell. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton escaping the pressure right. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Newton now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Already.
The ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25.
Working with a 2nd and 3. On the option to give to Swift here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They'll try and run here with Swift.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. And the catch made by Hilton. So 8 yards on the completion there. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Goddard.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll set up to throw.
They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. Open man is Goddard, the tight end.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. He's got Smith here. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Swift.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. T.Y. Hilton, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
And it's capped off by the T.Y. Hilton touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And New York set to take the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. To throw is Newton. And he fires one incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. On 1st and 10, Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Again, Newton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards, good for a giant first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Newton. Camp. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try.
As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, force the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Leonard Williams in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So able to add on on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
And the Giants with one final possession here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. To Shepard, complete over the middle. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Looking to throw again on second down. Newton, he dumps it off to Barkley.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This, the first of 4 divisional round matchups coming up this weekend. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store, as it's going to be one heck of a battle, that's for sure. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
And the half will begin with a touchback. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Off play action. Newton. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Now Newton. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Newton. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Janoris Robinson.
Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save? Is that what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
Another try after the first down sack. Newton, that's complete to his tight end, Waller. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Newton. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here's Jamie Gillen down as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And it's 17-7. Football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look.
They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here's Hurts to throw.
This short throw caught by Goddard. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Hurts.
Forced out to his left. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Complete to Hilton. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Hurts fumbles it. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Now back to throw. Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end. Not when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
Here's Swift. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. One more time with Swift. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this third quarter of play. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, third and goal. Swift. And Swift is not going to get there as they stop him short of the yellow line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on fourth and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
They'll try it now with Swift. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth quarter lead. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1 yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Elliott on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Giants ready to come out now. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Newton to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. From the 29, Newton. And that'll be incomplete.
Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Now Newton. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Newton now to throw.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Newton throwing again.
It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And they're going to get this up to midfield. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton, catch made here by Campbell. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Barkley. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. Give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30. So now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Newton. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Cam Newton, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Gano now to add the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. So that one a long 11-play drive. And Cam able to take it himself in for the score. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
And out now come the Eagles. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
And it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to their hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
From the 25 on second down. Hurts. It's complete to Brown, right side. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Hurts throw here pulled in by Hilton. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at 45. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And this will be taken at the 13. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So Cam Newton and his offense down 24-14. 1:46 to go. It's certainly a tough situation on the road, needing 2 scores to stay alive in the playoffs as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Newton. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Here's Newton.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Cam trying to rally his guys to the line as quick as he can.
Newton.
And his throw here is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Cam to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. And they will take a knee here. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. And they'll indeed take a knee. So with that knee, they take care of business in the divisional round. They'll be back here at home next weekend. One more hurdle to get to the big show.
The good feelings, they just keep coming. They get to ride that wave for at least one more week because they have their big prize in their eyes, and that's getting into the Super Bowl, but they have to win next week after winning this one.
Well, on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is because there's so much hard work, effort. You mentioned the hope to go on and maybe play in the big game itself. Well, let's see how they handle it, though. The offseason is going to be a long one for them because it's going to eat their heart out watching other people continue to play. But can they come back the next year and find it in them to make that same run again and maybe find a way to advance?
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.
day.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
FalconDawg now out of his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his 5th season leading this crew, coming off his 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Cousins' throw taken in by Hawkinson here.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 57 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Well, the Vikings sit 4-7 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. And he stopped immediately there.
Bryce Hall there defensively. This defense for the Jets, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
On 2nd down, Cook.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Cousins. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State. Up the first.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Cousins now from the 50. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Cousins again. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. So here are the Jets now backed up to start their first drive.
Bringing him out is the future Hall of Famer, now in his 18th NFL season, Aaron Rodgers. Now Hall to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Hall again on second down. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Rodgers now to throw. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now it's Rodgers. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Hall again on 2nd down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. We know this offense, they're built around passing the football. That time, the running game didn't suit them so well.
Not so well, but they have to do it every so often. You have to be able to control the pass rush a little bit, make them somewhat hesitant before they come and get your quarterback. At least have the illusion that you have a running game.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Rodgers. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Well, safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a third down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on third down.
7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways. But you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
On play action, now Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker Jordan Hicks. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
Following the interception, Cousins. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Quinnen Williams, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
After the sack on first down, Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
And the Jets are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll start on the ground. Hall.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hall again on 2nd down. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. This is Lazard with a catch out left.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Rodgers going to throw.
And Lazard's got it again.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown. Tyler Conklin with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Jets post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker. Sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Week 13 here in the NFL, first weekend of December. Playoff races definitely coming into focus now, and we got a couple of good ones in prime time. Tonight, national audience gets a look at the Colts for a second straight weekend. This time they're at Dallas, 7:20 Central Time for that kick. And then Monday night, Saints and Bucks from Tampa.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. On play action, Cousins looking deep downfield.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
John Franklin Myers able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. .39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Rodgers' throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Here's Rodgers to throw. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And now they are in prime position, first and goal after the interception and return. They'll look to make it pay off for 6 points. They'll run with Cook. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Cousins to throw it. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Jermaine Johnson able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
So Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph from Minnesota.
This from 36 yards out. The kick by Joseph is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be on the 25-yard line. The offense for the Jets ready to take over.
And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
Ball again on 2nd down.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. To throw, it's Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
2nd down and 3. They'll give to Hall.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Rodgers now on 1st down.
So right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Straight ahead is Hall.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
This is Wilson on the jet sweep.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Throwing is Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that, that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. First down, here's Cousins. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover it? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Carl Lawson in there to bury him for a loss of 11. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula's not working right now. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On third down, Cousins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
4th down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph from Minnesota. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Joseph's got it, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And nearly another interception. Well, it would have been his 3rd of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This is Wilson on the jet sweep. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quinnen Williams in there to get him, and with it, time will expire here in this first half of play. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll start with the oldest rivalry, Chicago playing host to Green Bay in the NFC North. And it's the Packers who are out in front in the second quarter. The Packers locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers. George Pickens, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. The Lions trying to finish that one off and claim victory. In our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. His guys lead, though, by only a point. It's been a tight one. As for the start of the third quarter, we'll send it back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Working from the gun, Rodgers. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll run with Hall. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And taken down just shy of the 40. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Now Rodgers completes it to Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers.
Locates Hardman for another catch. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage.
Doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Andrew Booth making the tackle. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Hall.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. This will be caught just inside the 10. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Cousins now. And oh, he coughed it up, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Throwing is Rodgers on third down.
This pass out wide to Hall. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down.
And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota.
Well, right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
On second down, it's Cook again. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing, Cousins. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
John Franklin Myers
able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets will take over first and 10. The New York set to take the field.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go again with Hall.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets them the first.
Hall ought to give up the middle.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. From the gun on third down, Rodgers.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
To throw is Cousins.
And that's complete to K.J. Osborne.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. And this offense on third down today, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Throwing is Cousins.
He's going to get this one down to Cook.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now it's 3rd and 3. Here's Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A throw left side to start out. That's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. So here's Greg Zerline now as he'll try for the field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
A first down throw for Cousins. And Cook has it left side. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Cousins. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
John Franklin Myers able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Now Cousins on 4th down.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. Here's a give to Hall.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
96 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Here's Hall again.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This is Wilson on the jet sweep.
And he'll be taken down at the 34.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Rodgers going to throw. And that is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Zerline's kick is up and through. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And now out comes Minnesota.
Now this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Now the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4.
Now Cousins. Pressure comes and down he goes. Now they got to get to the line quickly. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Third and long for Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Jets... So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they...
Tonight on EA Sports, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Shepard now from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6. Now McCoy. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll try the right side with Harris. Once more the juke. 11 yards there, 1st down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Here's McCoy. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, McCoy. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. They had a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 23 carries, 107 yards, and the touchdown.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react.
On 1st down, McCoy got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Off the play fake, McCoy. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game.
24 carries, 99 yards, and a touchdown.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football. And
he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the give, this is Harris. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
Able to complete this to Chenault.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal.
Back to throw. McCoy. Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Oilers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the result, a Houston touchdown.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. You see David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive.
And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Now here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Mahomes now on first down. It's caught. Smith. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down. They go play fake. Mahomes. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. He'll look to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Smith. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Butker's kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Throwing on 1st down. McCoy. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Right side complete. That's Woods. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. McCoy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Well, he and his offense was staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
On 1st and 10, McCoy. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. They hand this off to Harris. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And this one complete to Smith. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
On 1st down, McCoy setting up the screen. Harris. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards on that play.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Back to throw. McCoy. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. .38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
From the 35 on second down, McCoy. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Now a first down carry for Harris. He'll take it inside the 25. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 19-yard line. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Looking to throw. McCoy dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. He's got Jordan complete right side. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Blankenship's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And the ball is knocked out, and this will be scooped up by the defense. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Throwing on first down. McCoy finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw again on second down. McCoy. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, he's got Chenault. Now another timeout called for by the offense.
as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Brevin Jordan, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Oilers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is now 17-3. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw there taken in by Smith.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where you see the final.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Mahomes' throw there caught by Gallup. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. On play action, it's Mahomes. Caught by Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Montgomery, another target and catch. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Montgomery back to the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. From the 44, Mahomes steps away to his left. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw, it's Mahomes. Here's Booker on the catch. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Mahomes now to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Green. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. With that last pass, he just went ahead of Warren Moon on the all-time NFL career passing yards list.
And that's Hall of Famer Warren Moon. A significant accomplishment to be able to pass that number. Somewhere Warren is saying, but what if they added my Canada yardage, right? My time in the Canadian Football League, that's 21,000 more yards that could be added to Warren's total.
In the NFL, he had 49,325, and now you're looking at a man that is very close to 50,000. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. David Montgomery, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Shepard, he's going to sit on this one, and it's a touchback out to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A give to Harris. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Back to throw. McCoy. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Now a give. Running left is Harris. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They run again with Harris. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11. To throw on 3rd down, McCoy. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset, he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
A give. This is Montgomery. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. On first down, Mahomes. Quickly, a slant to Renfro. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
He finds Mooney here on the comeback route. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Handoff comes to Montgomery. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
73 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got him the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. David Montgomery with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that will level the playing field at 17 all. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
Shepard now from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start the drive with Harris, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 29, McCoy. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Looking to throw. McCoy. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And some room to roam now. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So many times tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Butker now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Shepard, he's going to sit on this one, and it's a touchback out to the 25-yard line. Houston's offense taking over again. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
Throwing to start the drive. McCoy. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. This is Harris. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. McCoy. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. They'll try the right side with Harris. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3.
This is Chenault on the receiving end.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Davis Price on 1st and 10. Down to about the 37.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On 3rd down, McCoy. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will stay at a 7-point game. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Mahomes now on 1st down. That's caught once again by Gallup.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. That right there, career catch number 541, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow, who also obviously played the tight end position.
Yeah, and helped revolution. 541 catches at the tight end position. You talk about lofty territory, rare air. He has a lot to be proud of in his career.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action, but other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. This to make it a 2-score game. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. 67 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's McCoy. And this is incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now McCoy. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They're going for it. This is Harris. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And some room to maneuver. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score.
Well, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Chiefs have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit.